Hey everyone, it's Kate and Bearcat. Today I'm going to show you how to make a prune and pear puree for your little one. This is a great recipe for if your little one is a little constipated. Okay, so today I have some dried prunes. They're Kroger. I got these from Smith's, if you're familiar with Smith's on the West Coast here. These were $5.99. I know they're a little pricey, but that's what they have at my grocery store. And then I bought some pears, and these were $1.35 a pound. So I ended up spending, I think, $2 on them. And then I've got some ground cloves just to add a little bit of flavor. Don't be afraid to add a little bit of spice to your baby food. They can handle it. They don't obviously need a ton, but you can add a little bit. You can add a little bit of salt. You can add a little bit of pepper. So feel free to do that, but just don't overdo it. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I am going to peel and dice these, and then I'm going to put them in a pot to boil, and I'm going to put these just need to be washed, and I'll put them in a pot to boil. So I've diced my pears and I've put my prunes in a pot with some water. I kind of just filled it to the top of where the top of the fruit was. I didn't use all of the prunes because I had the 2 pears and I wanted it to be about 50-50. So I used about 3/4 of this thing. So there's some left over. All right. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to turn this on and I'm going to bring it to a boil, and I'm going to let it boil for about 10 minutes. Now, you can steam the pears on the top. I don't have a nice colander to do that, so I just throw everything in the pot and boil it. But that's another option that you can do as well. Okay, so my timer just went off for my 10-minute boil, so I'm just going to turn this off, and I'm going to remove it from the heat, and I'm going to let it set for about 15-20 minutes. While Jeanette and I are waiting for the puree to cool, we're watching some word party. Okay, so now since this has been sitting, and I already blended one, so that's why there's not as much left, I'm going to blend it, all right? I'm going to make sure that I get all this water because all that water has all the nutrients from it. Okay, so I have the NutriBullet Magic Bullet, and so I'm going to blend it in this, and it's got a little max. So like I said, I made some already. And all you do is you're just going to scoop your contents into the thing, and again, you're going to make sure that you get all of that water. All right, so I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to blend it, and I'm actually going to add a little bit of extra water to this because there's not a lot of extra water in here. So I've added the remaining, and I'm just going to add a little bit of water. I have a water purifier, so I'm just going to add a little bit more water to it because there wasn't a lot, and then I'm going to get to blending this. So now that I've blended it, I'm going to add a little bit of cloves, just a little bit, and then I'm going to blend that again. Now, if you don't want to use cloves, you don't have to. You can choose to eliminate it. You could do cinnamon, you could do nutmeg, or any sort of spice that kind of is in that realm. So you know you're done blending when you go through and there's no chunks left, all right? You want to check out the consistency of it for your little one. Jeanette is 7 months old, so having it be this little bit thicker is good. If your little one has just started solids or she doesn't really like a thickness, just thin it out with some water. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to scoop this into some ice cube trays to freeze it. I'm scooping my puree into my ice cube trays, and I'm just going to do 2 tablespoons. Now 2 tablespoons is 1 ounce, and I'm just going to do 2 tablespoons because this is full of prunes and pears, which both have laxative properties, so just a little bit is going to go a long way. I don't want to give her too much and have too much of an explosion. All right. So I just want to talk about these ice cube trays that I got. Again, if you've watched other videos of mine, you've seen me praise these ice cube trays. They're really great for baby food. So on the bottom of them, they have this little silicone piece, and you just can push up on it. They're also a little bit deeper, so you can fit quite a bit of baby food in there. All right, so I'm just gonna keep scooping this up. I'm all done scooping my puree into the ice cube trays, and then I had some extra that I just didn't want to freeze. so this will just be for Jeanette. So I worked it out, and there are 24 servings of 1 ounce. So again, because it was 2 tablespoons, which is 1 ounce. And I spent approximately $7. So it works out to be about 30 cents per ounce, which is pretty good. So I'm gonna put these in the freezer, and that's it, we're done. Thanks for watching my tutorial on how to make the prune and pear puree. If you like my content, please click the subscribe button below and comment if you have anything you'd like to comment. Thanks for watching. Kate and Bearcat.